Welcome back to Oddball. Charlotte Wilder, Amin Hassan, and we're joined now by our video correspondent, Mo Dakhil. He's our guy that we go to when we want to get in depth and break down what's happening on the floor. Mo, we're at Summer League, and you got your eye on something particular, and it's not Wembenyama, it's not Brandon Miller, it's not Scoot, it's not Dick. You got your eye on something else. Second-year players.
They're the most important players in Summer League. The rookies, when they come in here and going through the whole sort of run of getting drafted, getting thrown to a new city, figuring out life as adults all of a sudden at the age of 20, and then go into a camp, mini camp basically, learn a system, and then get on the court. I'm not worried about them. I'll worry about them through the season and pay attention to them. It's the second-year guys. It's the guys that have been through Summer League, have been with the team for an entire year. I need to see improvement from those guys. They need to stand out more than anybody else when they're playing on the court. The second and third year guys are the most important guys to watch in Summer League.
Who do you have your eye on this year? Who's been impressive to you and who's been less impressive?
So the most impressive guy has been Jabari Smith here in Las Vegas. I'm going to give a shout out to Keegan Murray in Sacramento, but that was in Sacramento. That doesn't count.
No,
here.
we don't count that one.
That doesn't count.
This is Summer League.
This is Summer League. So Jabari Smith, who had kind of like a lackluster sort of rookie year, a lot of questions, tough situation in Houston, he stood out immensely in this 2 games he played. And the problem was, the thing is, first half, he did not look good, and I began to start questioning him.
You got worried?
I was worried. I said, oh, man, this might be a problem for Houston. This could be a big, big problem. Sure enough, he balled out. Second half of that game, and then the whole next game, killed it. And to the point where I was like, after 2 games, he's the Summer League MVP. He doesn't need to play again.
Wow.
That's it. He's the Summer League MVP. He was awesome. Tari Eason was awesome. The ones who have not been great have mostly been on the Charlotte Hornets.
Nice.
Oh, my namesake. You hate to see it.
It's a tough break.
I'll
there,
have a
Charlotte.
chat with my Hornets.
Yeah, you got to talk to them here a little bit.
Who specifically?
James Bouknight. I believe this is his third Summer League.
Yep.
And he's just not at all standing out. You're not seeing any real improvement from him. You're not seeing any sort of development in his game and things like that. Times you just forget he's even on the floor. There are times I'm just like, oh, wow. That's right. Oh, Bouknight, what happened? And that's a 11th pick in the draft a couple years ago. That's a massive miss right there for the Hornets.
One of the interesting things about Summer League to me is also some of the people who get to coach, right? They're typically assistant coaches who have little to no head coaching experience, and this is their first taste at it going into this. When you're watching, do you ever watch any of these guys draw up something you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know that about you?
Yeah, I mean, you tend to learn from these guys, just kind of they're getting their first taste of it. And when I've talked to some of those guys about it, like, oh, it's your first time coaching. What's, their first thought is like, I didn't realize I have to decide everything.
Yeah.
Team bus, what time what are we doing in practice, taping? Or how much film are we showing? Are we not showing any film? All of those small details. And then when they get on the court, call a timeout. Let's see what you draw up. You generally don't see a lot of great execution in Summer League because these are a lot of guys that teams been thrown together rather quickly. But every now and then you'll see a gem and you'll just be like, oh, wow, that's a great play, especially like end of game stuff.
Did you see any of those that stick out to you, or am I putting you on the spot there?
Well, I thought Houston, again, Jabari Smith hits a game winner against Portland.
Yeah.
It was a small play, but they were actually inbounding the ball from 3/4 court. Tari Eason makes a great pass over the top, but it was really Jabari Smith sort of flashing to the top and making the play right there, getting the ball and making the pass, or making the shot, and that led to the winner for them. But that was probably like the one big one so far.
We talk about second-year players and how they play here, and typically when people play well at Summer League, we always say it doesn't matter, it's Summer League. But as Mo just demonstrated, second-year players, it does matter because they're being put in different situations, and they've got the benefit of, I know the rhythms of the NBA, so I should be able to navigate this a lot more easily. I think about guys in the past who have taken a great Summer League and catapulted into a different kind of stratosphere of play. Who are some names that come to mind for you?
I think the first name that comes off the top of my head is Desmond Bane. I mean, forget the fact he signed a massive extension this summer. Part of it is the stuff he did a couple summers ago. When he came in for the Grizzlies, they wanted him to play more playmaking. Show us some more opportunities for you playmaking. He wasn't going to get a lot playing with Ja and those guys. He comes out here in Summer League and really showed that side of his game and began to kind of develop it a little bit more. And that paid off the following season because then he became their second and third, playmaker on the floor for them. And it really helped to see him do stuff off the dribble. And that paid off for them in a big way.
It seems like summer league that for everybody not playing, it's about the schmoozing, and then for the first years, and for fans, it's about the shiny new toys and all of it.
Yeah.
But for the players, this is actually a real chance to make a difference and to maybe get paid in a way that changes their lives.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of places you're going to get this experience in the off season.
Yeah,
for them, like they're going to play pickup games and whatnot, but those are games that are very rarely is there going to be actual referees there, clock, the buzzer, the free throws, the whole stuff. It's not the same. It's not the same environment. This is much more structured. So this is a great place for young players to get reps, and then that leads to opportunities. And even some of these bigger name guys or some of the smaller name guys, they're trying out for training camp rosters.
Right.
They're trying out for European jobs. There's a bunch of European scouts out here that are looking for players and talent, and this is a good opportunity for them.
Well, Mo, I don't want to hold you. I know you've got a flight to catch because whatever day this is in Vegas, it's your last day.
Mo gets to leave tomorrow. We're stuck here forever.
We're still here. But in the meantime, I hope you get back in the gym, get to watch a little bit more, see more Dick, see more Vic, see more Brandon, see them all. It's Oddball.
It's time to play another edition of Word Count. It's the game where we pose a question to each other, and then the person being asked the question has to answer in 10 words or less. Charlotte, are you ready?
I've never been more ready in my entire life.
That's a lie. All right, first question. How will Luka and Kyrie struggle this season? I love this question because it already assumes that they're going to struggle no matter what. So how will they struggle?
I'm counting on my hands here. I do not really trust Kyrie to fully show up anymore.
Show up is 2 words. You went 11 words. Your answer is disqualified. You went show up with your 9th finger, which says show, and the 10 fingers up. You messed up. You lose. You're disqualified from this. Let me tell you right now why they're going to struggle. And it won't be offensively, and it won't be about showing up. It's about the defense. I just don't think the Mavericks have enough defense. I know they've made some strides to address that, adding Grant Williams, for example, but I just don't think that they've done enough to really shore up what is basically 2 defensive liabilities in their starting lineup. That's how you play the game, Charlotte.
Well, I just want everyone to know that wasn't a bit. I actually thought that I was doing it right. I can't count. We've established that. Okay, Amin, I've got one for you.
Let's go.
Why would Draymond Green decline, quote, substantially more money to stay with the Warriors?
Because he knows this is the best situation for him. 10. Count them 10, Charlotte. That's how you play.
Damn it. Well, yeah. I mean, I think actually this one, there might not be much more to expand on. I think it's pretty clear. Like that's best situation for Draymond. So
like there's no other place he's going to go where he's going to look as good. And he knows his Hall of Fame legacy is on the line here, right? If he continues playing Golden State, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. If he goes anywhere else, he opens himself up to the vulnerability of, oh, maybe he wasn't that good after all. Maybe it was just because he was playing with great players. So
everyone who hated him on that team that he goes to, that's going to be a fun transition. Anyway.
All right. Next question. Why aren't the Blazers interested in Tyler Hero?
Because Tyler Hero is paid a lot of money. God damn it!
That's 2 words again.
He was hurt during the playoffs, and I don't know. He's been working out with the Nets a lot, and he's working out with Ben Simmons. I don't know that he wants to go to the Blazers. What's your 10-word answer, Brainiac?
My answer, my 10-word answer is Charlotte Wilder sucks at this game, right? And there's 3 words you can just hold on. But no, the reason is they already have too many guards, right? Like they already got Shaedon Sharpe, they already got Anthony Simons, they already got Scoot Henderson. They really don't have room for another guard to come in there and take minutes away from one of those other guys, especially with the high hopes that they have for Scoot Henderson. They want to give him every opportunity to flourish. The reality is, look, if there's going to be a 3-team deal that happens or a trade that happens between the Heat and the Blazers, there's going to be a 3rd team. There might be a 4th team. Hell, there might be even a 5th team.
5-team trade. My goodness.
Yeah,
goodness. All right, next one for you.
Charlotte's from the South now. All right.
My goodness. Bless his heart, Tyler Hero. Explain why the 7 seconds or less Suns didn't win a championship.
You son of a bitch. Hollywood thinks he's funny with this one.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't come up with that. Just don't shoot
Suns
the messenger.
All right. Okay. Because David Stern suspended Amari and Boris despite not offending. There you go. How's that?
Oh, okay. See, not so easy, is it? Despite not offending,
Yeah,
that's a real
they
sentence.
didn't offend. I should have said Stern instead of David Stern, but yeah.
What'd you say?
I said David Stern, and I just I burnt a word. I could have if I just called him Stern. But the reality is he suspended Boris Diaw and Amari Stoudemire for literally getting up and checking on a teammate who fell down. It's something I still hold to this day in my heart with a lot of pain. I thought we were the best team in basketball that year. We won 15 games in a row at one point, and then a couple of games later, won 17 games in a row. We had All-NBA first team Amari Stoudemire, All-NBA first team Steve Nash. We had all-defensive team placement for Raja Bell. Sixth man of the year was Leandro Barbosa. Like, we were excellent. Everyone on the roster either shot 50% from the field or I think 38% from three. Everyone in the rotation, excuse me. That was the best, most talented team I've ever worked with. And we lost because Robert Horry was mad that we were whooping their ass, pretty much.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, I am.
All right, last question for you, Charlotte. What would make you more excited for the in-season tournament?
I wasn't into it, but now I actually already am.
All right.
10 words, baby. I actually, at first, I did nail that. At first, I thought that this was a silly idea. And now the more I think about it, especially after being in Vegas for Summer League, where the finals of the tournaments are going to take place, I think it's going to be really fun. I think it actually is going to be sort of an exciting way to make the early part of the season a little sexier, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's not for us. No, that's my thing. It's not for me. It's not for you. It's not even for any of the players in the league right now. It's for the 10-year-old who's watching it, who's going to watch it, who's going to watch like Tyrese Halliburton lift up this cup, and the kid is going to be like, when I grow up, I'm going to do that. And 10 years from now, when that kid is in the NBA, that thing is going to be important to him because it was important to him as a kid, and he grew up with it. But for those of us who are already adults, this isn't for us.
Do we have time for one more? How does this game work?
Just do it. It's all taped.
Yeah.
This isn't live.
This isn't live?
No, yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Well, here you go, Amin.
Yeah, let me prove this isn't live. Everybody. All of it. See that? You see those color bars that came up because I just started cussing? That's how I know we're not live.
All right. Well, what is holding Zach LaVine back from being a top 10 player in the league?
He isn't a serious player when talking about shot selection.
Grammar on that one. Does that count? Are we going to let you have that?
Is this English class? No, this is word count. It's nothing to do with grammar count. No, here's the deal. He's a guy that is very great at getting stats and not so great at playing winning basketball, I don't think. He's got to be in a situation where, first of all, he's got a better commitment to defense, and second of all, a better commitment to shot selection. Like, I think he's got to be more judicious with shot selection. I know what his field goal percentages are. I know what his scoring averages is. He's the quintessential get stats player, but I think in order to be a winner, there's another level to this where you almost take a step back from some of those things in order to be more efficient, not just numerically, but more efficient kind of with your touches and the way you use possessions.
Well, speaking of being numerically efficient, this has been Word Count. Thank you all so much for watching.
Was that 10 words?
Probably more, but I know you love it when I thank people for watching, so. Thanks for watching Oddball. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to take the elevator down to the kitchen.
You didn't even hit the button.
Oh,
You have to hit the button.
God damn it. Can we do it again?
That's a free fall. No, we're not going to do it again.
But it's funny.
It's funnier that we're not going to do it again.